This stipulation, and it could prove to be the end of Seth Rollins. I don't mean just his championship reign. I mean the end of Rollins as a WWE superstar, no doubt. I mean, who knows if this man's going to be able to walk again. This stipulation, and it could prove to be the end of Seth Rollins.
Hey everybody, I am live. Getting ready for the post show here. So I'm just gonna do like a little watch along period for now. Before Rob and everybody comes on, if other people come on. So I don't have any other background noise. I'm gonna mute for a little bit till this match is over. But feel free to put comments down below. If you wish to join us, please put your email or shoot me an email. Let me know you did, and we'll get you on for the post show. There's a freaking Falcon arrow through the table. They try to kill each other, man. So the Rollins still the world champ for now. I don't know, maybe a cash in, still going. We'll see. Let's see what happens. Definitely gotta, the music is playing, so I kind of gotta keep it muted for a little while longer. But Seth Rollins still the champ. Okay, so Fastlane's over. We'll be doing the post show here in a little bit. It's kind of like the pre-post show. Not really something we normally do, but um, waiting for the guys to get on. This real quick. Okay. Yeah, that I don't mind the little short pay-per-views, the 5 minute, 5 match pay-per-views. I mean, they between the ads and the commercials and the backstage promos and the all the other stuff, they stretch it out pretty good. And it don't snag 10 o'clock, so that's a good length. 7 to 9, 2 hours is enough. It really is. Don't need no 3, 4 hour epics. This was just fine. It was just right. I'm not tired. I'm not exhausted from watching it, and that's what you want when you do a WWE pay-per-view. So I'm shocked they didn't do the cash in. I thought that's the way they were gonna go, but I'm curious to see the press conference. I still got it going while I wait, so we can check out some of the press conference before the guys come on. Or Rob will be here in a minute. I don't know about the other guys. Roman Reigns coming back this Friday, SmackDown. Mm. If you are watching, like I said, you just came on, please put your email down below if you'd like to join us in our discussion. Most likely at the end, oh, here comes Rob now. It'll most likely be at the end. Once we give our grades, we'll bring you on. You can just give us your quick thoughts on the show. All right.
Great.
Hey.
Hey.
Is that the Charlotte shirt?
Yes. The Queen. I thought she was going to get it tonight, but. Nope.
Man, yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, my predictions didn't go so in
there. Yeah, this was wild.
Yeah, now we're live streaming, right?
We're live, but not recording yet. So if you need to do something,
I got some pizza here I'm nibbling on. So
well, go ahead, man. Go ahead. What I want to know is who or how do they decide like what shows get the press conferences? Because I really thought, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't do one after SummerSlam, right?
I thought they did.
Did they?
I don't always watch them, but I thought they did. But maybe I'm missing something.
Maybe it was SummerSlam. But I know they didn't do one for Payback. For a fact, they didn't do one for Payback. But they did one for Fastlane. And it's like, really? 5 matches?
Yeah. I don't know, but you had Cena on the card.
You did.
I don't know, man. I guess my thing is they made a big deal about Jade Cargill showing up, but
I'm saying,
yeah, it didn't do nothing. What was the whole point?
Didn't do shit. Like, okay, she gonna cut a promo, or they're gonna show her at some point.
Yeah, man, I didn't get that. She didn't do shit with her. Just,
And like the outfit she had on, you would thought she was ring ready, you know.
I
I'm
mean,
saying,
she's a little muscular for me, but you know, man, I ain't saying no.
shit, hell no. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. Some of these decisions, you know, I think they something you said, you know, sometimes they get in their own way and think too hard. And,
Mhm.
you know, if that's all you were going to do with her, and keep in mind that was on the kickoff. That wasn't even on the main show when they showed her.
Yeah.
So if you didn't watch the kickoff, you would have never known.
Now, are you still watching the press conference?
Apparently I had to push play because I'm
Okay, because it just started. Byron's just doing his thing.
the canary. His canary jacket. That's what Paul Heyman called.
Yeah, Vince used to wear that shit back in the day.
I mean, I think he's clean, but that's just me.
So do we know about Blake and Doc, or is it just me, Oos?
Oh man, coming with the wordplay tonight.
Hey.
As of right now, I talked to Blake. He did. I told him, I said, look, whenever you can get on, come on. We'll get you in. And no big deal. He's got to put his kid to bed. So I obviously I know how that is.
Gotcha.
Let me get this turned down because I don't want no copyright. Okay.
Yeah, I'll turn mine down too.
Well, I can't hear yours, but
no, I know, but still, I want to make sure that.
Yeah, I got you.
Maybe
Okay. Well, I don't want to belabor the point. If you're ready.
Yeah, let me refill my drink real quick.
Okay.
Just take
no problem.
5 seconds.
No problem. Look at this, a grown man standing next to a grown ass kid.
Yeah, man, I wish they, look, Cena's got nothing left to prove. I would have liked it like if he'd have turned on LA Knight. Just go heel, let him and LA Knight build a big feud to, get LA Knight over, but they're never gonna do it.
I just mean the match is over. You're at a press conference. You
okay.
Wear the Fruity Pebble shit.
I could see that too. Like he didn't shower or nothing, just wearing the same shit.
It's like
you're not at least LA Knight, he makes us believe that he at least took a shower and changed clothes.
And you're not at a Make-A-Wish event. You're just doing you can wear a regular. You can wear a suit.
He could.
You know who you are.
Yeah. He's basically wearing the same shit he wore to the show, wore during the match, and now wearing it to the press conference. Oh well, shit.
He's looking ass. That's
why he's not to go. Brightness. I think.
Well, anyway, I hate that this damn screen is not active right.
Is it just better? Oh, that's too no shit. That's too dark. Okay, let's go with that.
All right. We all good?
It's all good, as Hammer would say.
Here we go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, jury, to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast, 3GW, here to talk a wrestling post show here tonight. WWE Fastlane, lane in the fast, or tag lane, as I called it, because only one singles match on this whole card. Everything else was either tag or triple threat. But there you go. I am the host, Real Big E. He is Rob the Ambassador. How's it going? How you feeling post Fastlane?
Man, I thought it was a decent show. Fastlane is kind of, it's not one of the big four. It's not Money in the Bank. It's not Elimination Chamber. It's just kind of the ones where it's kind of when you hear it, you don't expect a whole lot from it. But I thought tonight was a good show. Not great, but good.
The irony is I've been to more Fastlane pay-per-view events live than I have WrestleManias.
Well, no, that's not too bad. I mean, WrestleMania's.
I think I've been to Fastlane is the only pay-per-view I've gone to more than once. Now that I
Okay.
think about it, I've only been to one SummerSlam. I've been to one WrestleMania. I've been to one Royal Rumble with you. The WrestleMania was with you, and I've been to two Fastlanes by myself. And I don't think I've been to any other pay-per-view more than once.
Well, you're still ahead of me. I've never been to a Fastlane. I have been to two WrestleManias, one SummerSlam, one Royal Rumble. And then I haven't really been to any. Well, I've been to one Hell in the Cell with you.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, but I haven't been to a lot of pay-per-views. They don't. There's never been a pay-per-view in Iowa done in Iowa. The ones I've gone to, I've always had to travel for. So yeah, you're still ahead of me. I'd like to get to an Elimination Chamber. I'm going to get to Survivor Series in Chicago coming up next month. I am going to get to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm hoping they bring one to Des Moines. I know Seth is trying to do that. He's trying to talk to WWE. He mentioned that when he was here for SmackDown. He did a dark match at SmackDown a few months ago when they were in town, and he mentioned he's trying to get a pay-per-view here. So I'm hoping he can do that.
Yeah, that really shouldn't be too bad. I mean, if they can go to Sioux Falls, South Dakota for a pay-per-view, they can go to damn Des Moines, Iowa. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, they've gone to Omaha. They've gone to other surrounding cities, and they always get good shows here when they get Raws. When Raw is here, it's almost always a sellout. SmackDown sells about as good as it does around the country. It got a good crowd, but if they bought a pay-per-view here, like a Fastlane, something like that, I guarantee you people in Des Moines would show out. I guarantee it. And it would be a hot crowd. Des Moines is a great live crowd.
All right. Before we get to the show, we haven't done this in a while. The news is so rampant right now. It can't be ignored. Okay.
You're
Yeah.
gonna lose viewers if you're talking about what I'm talking about. I don't know if you want to do that, but go ahead.
I didn't do it. They're doing it. Rumors about CM Punk coming back to WWE, and especially at the event that you just spoke of, taking place in Chicago at the Allstate Arena, him making a return. I don't have to ask. I already know what you think, but it is the topic of discussion right now. Me personally, I don't think it's a good business move. I understand that he has relationships not only with WWE, but with UFC. Maybe he mended some fences, but I just can't see outside of a cash grab that why this would make any damn sense. You don't need it. For example, the Bears just traded Chase Claypool. Had nothing to do with it. Well, it had something to do with his performance on the field, but it mainly had stuff to do with. Mainly was about his personality in the locker room, which is why the Steelers also let go of him so easily. The Bears traded him for like a 6th, 7th round pick. I mean, for nothing, they got rid of him. Traded him to the Dolphins. Good luck with him, Dolphins. That's what I mean. It's just like, yeah, this guy could bring you some more money, but at the end of the day, is it worth sacrificing members in your locker room? Like, does the good outweigh the bad? In my opinion, at this point, this stage, no. But hey, I personally don't care to see him. I did like what Roman Reigns had to say. I kind of agree. At the end of the day, I don't like the guy, but if it's about money, we can work together and bring a product that people want to see. He's open to do it. But I just don't think there's enough people that want to see it. If you had to pose the question, do you care? That's a problem.
Yeah, I think it would be a mistake for WWE to bring him back. I just think Punk is just toxic. I don't think you can trust him to be a good locker room guy. When he left WWE, he had no problem bashing them. I mean, he went public with all this stuff that some stuff I thought was unreasonable. Maybe some stuff was true, but in retrospect, when you look at what happened when he went to AEW, started there on great terms, talked about all the great people in the locker room. And then we went to that show where he had that press conference where he just bashed the product, talked about how he works with children, feuds with Hangman, feuds with the Young Bucks. I mean, fist fights backstage, just complete toxicity. So now you begin to wonder, is AEW the problem? Was WWE the problem? Or is CM Punk the problem? And I believe CM Punk is the problem. I've got a noisy dog right now. If you can hear that, I'm sorry. But I believe CM Punk is the problem. And I think he's just burned too many bridges. I don't think he can be trusted. I think it's a mistake to bring him back. I don't think they should do it. WWE has a pretty good thing going right now. You've got some good young talent coming up. Yeah. So why mess it up by bringing in Punk? Punk doesn't make or break your product. He more than likely breaks it. He definitely doesn't make it. So I say no.
I agree, 100%. It's like, okay, y'all couldn't come to an agreement with Edge because y'all didn't have anything for him creatively to do, and Edge is damn near 50. CM Punk is, if I'm not mistaken, like 45. I mean, he's not a spring chicken by any stretch of imagination. You have LA Knight that's on the come up. You have a Solo Sikoa who could be on this one to come up. And then you go to NXT route. I mean, a Braun Breaker.
Carmelo Hayes.
Stratton to show her perks, her strengths. You've got Carmelo Hayes, who's superstar bound. Trick Williams even is over right now. I mean, and you're kind of reinventing people with the Baron Corbin. I mean, you're doing the right stuff. You don't need this grab. If you would just stay in your bubble and continue to develop the people that you have, and put somebody that's worked hard and earned their stripes to face a Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes and things like that. I like y'all bringing Cody Rhodes and people like John Cena to NXT, making NXT more of a third brand / developmental, but more inclusive. I'm with you. Everything you say is on point, and that's how I feel too. So now, getting into the show tonight, taking place in Indianapolis, Indiana. Fastlane. I went to this very same arena to my first SummerSlam when the Undertaker faced Edge, we were just talking about, in Hell in a Cell. And that was also the first time Batista and John Cena met. All right. Show opened up for the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships. You got the Judgment Day defending their Tag Team Championships, Finn Balor and Damian Priest against Main Event Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. Shout out to Finn and Damian for rocking the Jordan 12s, the purple and black. I thought that was pretty dope. I didn't realize after the match that Damian had his on too when he was laying on the table at the end. I was like, oh, he's got them on too. But I would say a hard-hitting match. Started off kind of slow. I thought Jay was in the match a little too long. I didn't feel like the hot tag to Cody was really a hot tag. Big Show, Paul White talked about that, like the art of the hot tag. And I felt like, and ever since I saw him talk about it, I kind of pay attention more to tag matches with the hot tag. And I didn't feel like this match had that going for it. But a lot of action, obviously. It was just, we just count down until Dominic and Rhea come out. It's just a matter of time before that happens. Now I did predict that somehow, some way, Judgment Day will retain. I just didn't feel like it was time yet. I just feel like they're just trying to rack up all the titles. I feel like by the end of the night, they would be holding all the gold like we've seen with evolution, like we've seen with the bloodline, but what's not to be is oopsie daisy, JD McDonough made a mistake and hit Damian Priest in the leg and caused a whole lot of riffraff. And Cody Rhodes, they hit the crossroads on Finn Balor and get the pin and the win, and we have new WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions. And with the shock value, number one, with that win, and two, I just thought the match toward more so the second half of the match toward the end was way more entertaining, and it brought it up to pay-per-view worthy to me, and the crowd was eating it up. So it was fun, a good way to start the show. Still not a fan of Jey Uso's music. I really was just one of the worst ideas ever. But that's just nitpicking stuff. But as far as the match goes, great way to start. I'm not sure what the hell they do with this tag team. The problem with winning a championship means eventually you have to lose said championship. And that's the only thing I took away from this. But go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I'm with you. I went pay-per-view worthy. I thought it was a good match. I really enjoyed when Cody and Finn were in the ring together. I thought they showed some good chemistry, and I think a one-on-one between them. I'm sure maybe we've already seen it, but I think that would be a good match. But yeah, man, it was pretty hard-hitting. Like you said, started off slow, but when it picked up, I thought it was enjoyable. Didn't make it too superb, though. I feel good about pay-per-view worthy, and to me, it was a solid pay-per-view worthy. And like you said, the shock value of the victory, because I also had picked Judgment Day to retain. I thought maybe we might see Jay turn, but probably silly on my part. I'm sure they're going to make him a face, and obviously they're going to make him a face now because he's a co-tag team champion with Cody. So we'll see where that goes.
Yeah. I don't foresee Jay turning heel anytime soon. It'd just be too soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just be too soon. Oh, they got some of the Indiana Pacers on the press conference. Tyrese Halliburton.
yeah, I see that.
I'd hate to be named Tyrese. Just saying. That's it.
You know what?
Just one Tyrese.
It's tough, man, because obviously, maybe his mama was a fan of Tyrese back in the day, during the Sweet Lady days, and said,
Sweet Lady days, yeah.
That'd be a good name for the child. I'll name my child Tyrese.
Yeah, that's what.
Hey, Michael B. Jordan, he had to put that B in there to differentiate himself. Yeah, otherwise, that'd be tough. But he's made it work.
I grew up going to school with a guy named Michael Jackson.
Man, that's tough, man.
Yeah.
He was he everywhere he goes. Hey, Michael, he.
He really didn't get that much grief. He was kind of a laid back, chill dude. He was kind of smooth, but he didn't play into it. Anytime somebody tried to do that, he'd be like, yeah, okay, well, because I haven't heard that 1,000 times already.
True.
Yeah, right. So had the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley versus Rey Mysterio. Why can't I think of this man's name?
Santos Escobar.
I swear, I need to put this down sometimes. Santos Escobar, Rey Mysterio, and a mystery tag team partner.
But was it really a mystery?
I didn't know who it was going to be. I really didn't.
Okay.
Before, man, I don't know about you, but if I'm trying to be like a heel faction, I'm trying to maybe even be a 2.0 version of a previous faction that was dominant. I just don't know that I would dress up like a damn circus character. Why are you wearing sparkles and glitter on your ring gear? That bothered the shit out of me. I just can't buy you as tough when you're sparkling, okay? I have a daughter that does ballerina and gymnastics and wears that stuff on her stuff. So I see grown ass men wearing it.
I mean, when the brothers come out in the suits, that's okay. Now, obviously, that's not ring gear. I get it, but yeah, man, somebody has to do something with the ring gear. Like they came out on SmackDown with some blue shit. That just doesn't look intimidating. It doesn't look
No,
dark or sinister. This is just I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know who their tailor is or who's
everything
choosing.
else was fine. Just take the damn sparkles off. What are you doing? Okay, I had to get that out the way because whatever. I thought the match itself was okay. I thought this was more so something you would see in a SmackDown main event, though, is my only issue. And I knew once the mystery opponent didn't come out at the same time that Ray and Santos did, that it was going to be somebody come out at the end and get the win. Like once that happened, I knew that my prediction was going to be wrong, which was kind of annoying, but cool at the same time. It was cool as, you know, Carlito would be the one to answer the call, come out, do a backstabber on Montez Ford. Montez sold the hell out of it, got the pin and the win. And while I'm glad for the LWO, because they do need a win at the same time, this Bobby Lashley thing. And just stop overcomplicate this shit, okay? You're the hurt business. Just say you're the hurt business again. I'm getting business started again. I want y'all to be a part of it. Period. End of story. We don't need to say Bobby Lashley and Street Profits, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I'm kind of tired of these slow burn
Too
heel
slow.
turns. Yeah, I mean, we know they're headed in the heel direction. Just do some real heel shit and get on with it. I'm just getting bored with Bobby constantly trying to motivate these guys to quote unquote go to the dark side and take that next step towards being heels. It's kind of getting boring, kind of getting stale. And this loss doesn't help their cause. It's just going to give Bobby more reason to get on their case. We've been down that road before. Let's just advance the story before I lose interest. The match itself, I don't know if you gave your grade. I gave it TV quality. I didn't think it was all that great. Carlito coming in was the best part of it. I thought Carlito looked great for being out of the ring for so long, at least as far as in a WWE.
Dude is jacked.
Yeah, I mean, dude looked good. Looked like he hadn't missed a day. But that was the best part of the match. But the storyline and outside of Carlito, the match itself, average TV quality for me.
Yeah, that was my grade too. TV quality. That's it. Main event on SmackDown, no problem. A pay-per-view or premium live event, yeah.
Mm-mm.
But it was still better than what was to come, unfortunately, to me. Oh shit. So after that, we had the WWE Women's Championship match, triple threat, Asuka versus Charlotte Flair versus the champion Io Sky, who on the kickoff said that she had her own strategy, didn't want any help from Damage Control. Was gonna do it on her own. Rob, you and I, and Blake, and Doc, and most WWE fans out there have truly adopted this women's revolution of the better wrestling, better storylines, hard-hitting matches. Let the women take the same risks that the guys take. There's no reason they can't do it. But in the same way that we have given them props on sometimes carrying these pay-per-views and having the best matches on these pay-per-views, we gotta give them the same treatment when they have the worst. But damn it, this was the worst damn match on the card. Okay, I'm sorry. Did anybody make contact with anybody with the fucking moves? Io Sky did that the move on the outside totally missed Oscar. Didn't hit a damn thing.
Man, she didn't even hit air. That was bad.
And then Charlotte, the Oscar was supposed to hit Charlotte with a cold breaker. Didn't hit shit.
No. And it's bad when the announcers have to say, "Oh, well, Oscar didn't get all of that."
Yeah,
That's basically their way of saying, "Ooh, that was a botch." That's just that's putting a spin on it.
and icing on top of the fucking cake, a Tower of Doom spot. I literally fell out my chair. That's what I was
What
like.
do you know? What do you know? Tower Doom spot.
I'm sorry, man. Look here, it's been a long time, but this gets some bullshit.
Man, I'm with look. I know all of our grades have been the same, but that's just the way these matches went tonight. And this was some bullshit. Ah, man, I love all three of these ladies. Love Io, love Charlotte, and everybody on this podcast knows I love me some Asuka. But this
Even met
match,
Oscar.
yeah, I did. I did. Yes, I did. Stood right next to her. But this match was garbage, though, man. It was bullshit. I mean, there's just no way around it. And I think these ladies know that. They're all accomplished wrestlers, and I think they know they were capable of better. It just wasn't there tonight. There was, I mean, these misses were, I mean, terrible. These weren't even close.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad. It was almost embarrassing. But I thought there was some good work, okay? But the botches were so bad. That's the only thing I can
And too
see
many
when I'm
of
looking
them.
at it in its totality. All I can see are these huge botches. So yeah, some bullshit for me. These ladies are capable of better.
I can let one go, but there was two, and I told y'all the Tower of Doom spot is lazy. Lazy. The second I saw Oscar go underneath, I was like, "Yep, here we go." I literally slid out my damn chair. You got to be fucking kidding me!
Let me put you in the crate.
Y'all are not doing this again. Whatever. And then Bailey comes down anyway and helps Io Sky win the match. We didn't talk about who won. Io Sky did retain. Had Bailey come out, kind of help her out. She hit the Genius of the Sky on Charlotte, pin Charlotte for the win. I'm not mad she won. You know, I thought Charlotte should have won, but it's okay. I don't really have a problem with Io retaining. I had a problem with this match because, like you said, these three women should have put on a classic.
Man, this should have. I was expecting superb at least. I mean,
least.
I would have settled for high pay-per-view worthy, but I thought these women were capable of an instant classic or at least a superb. And then we get some bullshit.
Bullshit.
Man, yeah, big disappointment, really. No, not no joke. It was disappointing.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think that was the most we messaged during the show, during that match. All right. Getting off of them and getting on to semi-main event here. The Bloodline, Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa versus LA Knight and John Cena. I did like Paul Heyman's interview during the kickoff show. Thought it was pretty damn funny. Asking me no dumbass questions like that to Byron Saxton. I thought that was like Paul. He genius. He's just a genius. I just love his
solid gold all the time.
Yeah,
Paul never disappoints.
Yeah. This was a fun match. I will give them that. I also, the thing I loved the most was that you had the youngest in the match, Solo, going up against the oldest in the match, John Cena. And it was like John Cena running into a brick wall. And it reminded me of the days when John Cena was feuding with Umaga. And like, it's like, wow, I'm so glad they're booking him so strong. You know, Solo, the only problem with him going solo on his own is just the talking part. Like, dude has the look. He's got the skills in the ring. He's got his theme song is one of the best going right now.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's just the mic. That's all. But I did like that. Jimmy, still can't figure. I still can't put my finger on the type of gimmick he's working. It's like he's just running his mouth too much and almost distracting. It's like Solo, the younger brother, has to clean up after the older brother all the time, and that's just not how it's supposed to go. Huge. Now this was a hot tag right here. LA Knight get the tag to come in the match. That's a hot tag from Cody. Cody took a lot of punishment in this match. You could tell he carried it.
Cody. You mean John? You said Cody.
John, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
John took a lot of punishment in this match. He was in there more than I thought he would be. You know, that's the thing. When he came back not too long ago, I didn't think he would be around this long. Obviously, I'm willing to bet that the strike had something to do with it, but he's been on not just the pay-per-view, he's been on SmackDown every week. So, kudos to him.
He's going to be on NXT Tuesday.
He's going to be on NXT on Tuesday. So, I mean, he might be sticking around. Maybe more projects are on pause right now than we know about. But I thought this ended the way, like we talked about. If you're going to do this match, the right man has to get the fall. And he did. LA Knight got hit the blunt force. Jesus. Blunt force trauma on Jimmy Uso to get the win. And a nice pop, nice ending. The match was very well done, very well timed. I still can only give this like a high pay-per-view worth. I didn't feel like it earned superb, but I do think it earned. It was a fun match. It probably. No, I can't say it was the best match. It wasn't the best match. But it was definitely fun to watch. I will give it a high pay-per-view worthy. Fun, right? The right people won. And I gotta get Paul Heyman his kudos again, because him walking up the ramp after the match and the disappointment between him and Solo, showing it to Jimmy, like, yeah, you not only did you trying to earn your way back in the bloodline, and you lost the match. You took the fall. Here's what you should have. This is how you tell the story. And hopefully, for all our sakes, especially good brother, this is the start, at least, of the end of the bloodline.
Yeah, I went pay-per-view worthy. I didn't think it was a high pay-per-view worthy. I just thought just pay-per-view worthy. It was good. Cena takes a lot of criticism. I'm not saying some of it isn't deserved, but he is back. He's doing a lot. But what you can see is that he's not trying to be the star of the show. He's not trying to be the spotlight. In this match, he obviously was trying to get the younger guys over. We talked about him and Solo in the ring together and how Solo really got the better of him. And then what I was afraid of, but what turned out not to be the case, and we both agreed that the hot tag didn't go to Cena. It went to LA Knight, who came in, cleaned up, got the pin the way it should be. You're building up the newer talent. So let's give Cena some credit for that, because it would be easy for him to just come back and say, well, look, man, I'm John Cena. I want to be the star of the show. But no, he's getting these young people over. We've seen him do it with Bray, God rest his soul, the late, great Bray, with that terrible Firefly Funhouse match. We've seen him do it with Roman, getting Roman over. We've seen him do it with Austin Theory. And now he's helping out Solo. He's helping out LA Knight. So kudos to him. But this was a fun match. I just didn't think particularly it was that great of a match. But I am glad that it went the way we both thought it would, with LA Knight being the star of the match. So for that, I give it pay-per-view worthy. Not high, just for me, just pay-per-view worthy.
No problem. And then the main event, Seth freaking Rollins within the World Heavyweight Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that I predicted that Damian Priest would cash in. It was set up for him to do so. But hey, let me ask you, because I was really thinking about you when they did this. The backstage promo. With Judgment Day, Rhea telling Damian not tonight.
Mhm.
You're not 100%. I get it. Rhea is the like non-official leader, but at the same time, it's kind of it just I don't like when I just don't like when they're heavy-handed. If you're not gonna have him cash in, just don't have him cash in. I don't need the backstage promo. I was afraid that initially I was afraid that they were gonna show him like, oh, I'm gonna cash in, I'm gonna do it. Tonight's tonight. We lost the tag titles, so now I gotta do this. And I was like, he's showing your hand, don't do that. Or he was gonna do it and lose. And I don't know. I don't really like either. I just don't think it was a good way to go. And it's not about man versus woman type of thing. It's not what I'm saying.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
My problem is the heavy-handed. You're making you don't trust your audience to understand what's going on. The fact that the man is the Money in the Bank, when we get it. Okay, you don't have to beat me over the head with it. All right, I get it. That's my problem. I don't care. Rhea's a great leader. It makes sense for her to be a leader. She's the one with outside of Dominic. She's the only other champion. So
Yeah, and I just think Rhea has the strongest personality and is the most engaging of those
yeah,
of the group. I think it's awesome that in a group of alpha males, she's the leader. I think that's awesome.
it reinforces her being mommy. Like it's not
Mhm,
just a Dom thing. It's like no, she's mommy. She's the matriarch of the Judgment Day.
mhm.
So getting into this match, I love the entrances. Love Shinsuke's. I don't want to call it a robe. What he had on that white.
I don't
Uh,
know. Yeah, I bet there's an actual name for it, probably in
probably.
Japanese culture. I have no idea what it is, so I'm not even going to speculate. But yeah, I'll go with
Now
robe.
here's I understood.
Yeah.
What the hell? Seth just blows my mind every time he comes out. I mean, I thought at Mania he couldn't do any kind of crazier than that. At least that was more like just a robe. This shit he had on tonight looked like something off of uh, I don't know. I really don't know what he was going for here. Obviously, he has a stylist and somebody that comes up with these outfits for him. It fits his character, but
Right.
it's like, can you tie it to something I can relate to? Like Becky, I think does a better job tying her outfits to things that we can relate to. Like she wore like the Storm outfit from X-Men, you know, some of her stuff feels more like, oh, I recognize, I can get what that's from. Seth is just like, this is just the most wild shit I could come up with.
But that's what I like about it is that, it's not relatable to anything except him and his character. And I think that's the genius of it. I mean, it's cool when like he wore those big red boots that I didn't know, but I guess apparently they were some nod to some video game or something, Mario or something.
Astro Boy.
Astro Boy. Okay, I had no idea. But that's what I like about what Seth does, and that's the brilliance of it is that it's only relatable to Seth freaking Rollins. That's a hard thing to do.
It is. It is. Yeah, but yeah, so it's a double-edged sword with me. Like, I don't get it, but you're also the only one doing it. So good on you. In this day and age where it's like almost impossible to be original, he's being original. This match, man, kudos to these guys just coming out the gate and just going straight to the weapons immediately, pulling out the tables, pulling out the kendo sticks, the garbage cans, which is almost, I'd be nervous to pull out a garbage can now after what happened to Becky Lynch. But they did it. They fought to the crowd, which kind of got an old school feel of WWE matches. Um, a lot of table spots. Shinsuke ran through a table or was thrown into a table. Um, obviously Seth's back was a target of Shinsuke. He's got the tape on his back, and Shinsuke's beating him with the chairs with his back, and he's taking backdrops on the floor with his back, and the announce table, fighting through the crowd again. Man, that freaking Falcon Arrow toward the end. Well, not even that. I seriously thought that was it when Shinsuke spit in his face and he fell off the ladder and went through the table. I thought that was it. That's it. And I was just waiting for Damian Priest to come out. That's where my mind was. And when he got up and stood up on the ladder, I was like, okay. But that wasn't even the most creative get up. The most creative get up was when he went to the table and referee's at 9 and he just turns his body and stands up on the outside. I was like, okay. They're killing me.
See, I thought you were going to mention the one because I didn't think he was going to get up. He was in the ring and he was like near the ropes and his legs were his feet were kind of like outside the ropes, and the ref got to about 9. So he had to slide to the floor.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. The way you described it, it sounded like it was a different spot, but okay.
Or maybe, I don't know, but that was the one where he just kind of like, yeah. He stood up. Like,
Yeah.
Really? But yeah, the ending of the match, the Falcon Arrow through the table, I thought was nuts in the crowd. I mean, this last man standing match, I feel like they should end not in the ring. But is it a cheat that he wasn't standing on the floor? He was standing on the table, but I guess if he's standing,
It's
it
last
doesn't
man
matter.
standing. So I think as long as you're standing.
Oh, you're standing? Okay. Well,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Look, man, hey, you know me, the anything goes rules.
yeah,
I
no,
don't like
that's
to
not your
relate.
bag.
It's not, man. But I'm assuming that as
They
long as
didn't go
you're standing.
backstage. They didn't go backstage.
No, they didn't. I don't mind going out in the audience so much. That's okay. But when they go backstage, that gets dicey for me. Or when they go out to the concession stand and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Best match to me on the card. Very, very entertaining. These two do no wrong. It's been a very good and original feud to me. When that's a hard thing to do, I feel like this day and age, especially, I totally buy Shinsuke as this heel, this villain, and like reading interviews with him. I'm talking online, talking about no, this is actually an extension of my personality that I buried, and so it's not me. I'm not acting. Like this is something that it's part of me, and the way it plays out, the way it's played out. I just feel like, and the matches they had have been golden. I mean, straight gold. These two have great chemistry. They can do no wrong together. And I did give this a superb.
This was superb. And it wasn't just the wrestling. This has been a great story. When they started to turn Shinsuke heel, this could have gone wrong. But what they've done with Shinsuke, because he speaks English, but he doesn't speak it as well as you need to. So I love what they've done with the video packages. They've been very convincing with Shinsuke, speaking in his native language, Japanese, but then, giving us the subtitles so that we can see what he's saying. And it helps us to get into it and to hear his side and to just hear the venom in his words and everything. And then to get in the ring and then for these guys to deliver the way they did, none of the spots went wrong. I mean, the table broke when it was supposed to break. The announce table broke when it was supposed to break. They went outside, but it didn't get crazy. Seth took a lot of bumps to his back, including one on the cement, which had me believing, wow, Shinsuke.
Oh, yeah, the back body drop. Yes.
Yeah, which had me thinking Shinsuke might actually just pull this off. And so when a match does that, because I predicted Seth to retain. But when I'm watching the match and it convinces me that, you know what? Wow, I think I might have got this one wrong. I think they're going to give it to Shinsuke. That means you've really drawn me in. You've told a good story and you've set it up to surprise me. And I'm really impressed when a match does that. This one did that. So yeah, I do have to go with superb because not only was the wrestling great, but the story they told was also great. And it's rare in a match when you get both.
Let me ask you this, because I thought about this. They used this twice tonight. The Mist. You know, we've seen the movie The Wrestler, and we know how these things work. Sometimes people talk about what they're going to do in the match before the match goes on. The most insulting thing you can do to a person is spit in their face. And they're going on TV and getting spit in the face. I just don't understand how that works. I get it. It's not literal spit. It's a vial or whatever they put in their mouth. They bite it and they spit it in your face. But it's you're still spitting in my face.
You know, you're more like
And
blowing a
we're in
mist in your face.
COVID era.
Well, yeah, when you think about it like that, I guess, like you said, it's a vial of liquid that they're more or less blowing in their face. It's not, I don't know how much actual saliva. There has to be some. It's coming from your mouth. There has to be some level of saliva, but it's not like they're getting a glob of saliva and spitting that in your face. Like you said, they're biting a vial of liquid. Yeah, and not spitting it so much as like blowing it. And it's really a blow more than a puh, whatever you call that, more than a spit. But still, like you said, I know that's all. It's part of Japanese culture. I know the great Kabuki back in the day was the first one I ever saw do that. It used to be a green mist. He would spit. So I think it's just something that's part of the wrestling culture in Japan. Not all of them do it, but I haven't even seen. I don't recall that I've ever seen Shinsuke do it. Maybe once. So yeah, that was kind of a surprise for me. Obviously, we've seen Asuka do it many times, but I'm trying to recall a time when I saw Shinsuke do it, and I can't.
No, he used to do it
In WWE.
Yeah, it wasn't to shock him doing it. It was just so when Asuka did it to kick out the women's match, I was like, okay. For some reason, I just started thinking. I was like, because she spit in Charlotte's face. And I'm like, damn, they spit on Charlotte. And then they're wiping Charlotte's face and she's getting her eyes all fixed for but the beginning of the match. I'm just thinking to myself, that's a big ass to spit in my face. That's all I'm saying.
It's tough with wrestling because there's so much close physical contact. Sometimes there's blood when somebody bleeds. There's sweat. Yeah. I mean, all the bodily fluids. I mean, it's almost unavoidable. Some sort of exchange of body fluids in a physical sport like that.
Well, you bring up a good point. Bloodborne pathogens. That's why those people have to be tested regularly for HIV and things like that. If you're bleeding on the mat, but they do put enough mat covers down that in between matches they do change the mat.
They do. So
they're not passing it to the next people.
Right.
Been enough live shows to see that, so that's good. Overall, not the greatest pay-per-view in the world. But not a letdown either. If I went to the show, I wouldn't have been let down. I would have, my jaw would have been on the floor the first two matches because I would not have saw those finishes coming. I would not have saw Carlito coming. I feel like they should just sign Carlito because they've used him more and more each year. I get it. He's got a good thing going on in Puerto Rico. He is an active wrestler in Puerto Rico, which is why he stayed in such good shape, which is why when he comes back, he doesn't miss a beat. But I think he now, especially, he would be a good fit, especially for the LWO. And I guess one of the last things I want to say is the damn United States Championship is falling back into mediocrity. Rey Mysterio does not need to have it. It was doing better on Austin Theory, a young guy on the come up. It was doing way better on him than it ever could on a already inducted Hall of Famer, by the way. Which is like, this is why I get upset when people talk about trash and part-timers and trash and like Brock Lesnar had the title, when Goldberg had the title, when The Rock had the title. It's like, well, Ray doesn't exactly need the U.S. championship. It's not compare the U.S. title to the Intercontinental title right now. It's not even close. So when Austin Theory I had faith in him because he was beating people, he was booking them correctly. He beat John Cena. He was, climbing, and to lose to Ray to me it's a giant step back. And now he's got it and he's not even defending it. That's where I have a problem. You're the US champion, but you're in tag matches wearing the belt where the belt doesn't matter. When every single time Gunther comes out, everybody knows that it is about him and it is about the IC championship.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because as far as I'm concerned, like you said, Ray has accomplished everything there is to accomplish in the business, and he's already a Hall of Famer. So what is the point of him having the US title? There really isn't one. Right now, his role is to lift up the LWO. So let him do that and let somebody, preferably a younger talent like Theory. Now, look, he's had a good run and it's elevated him. I don't know if even he needs it anymore. He could move on to bigger, better things, but it already has elevated him. I don't know if putting it back on him does any more than it already has done. But let someone have it who can make the title relevant, who can defend the title, who can make it mean something. Ray can't really do that because he's busy with the LWO. So I'm hoping they rectify that situation right away.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if this is a new sub or somebody just wanted to chime in, but hey yo, Dally Pool. Comment talking about Jade. But yeah, I say let either Austin Theory or LA Knight win the US championship and bring it back to me. I wanted Santos Escobar to win it, honestly. Just somebody younger to keep elevating it, but there's no point in Ray having it. There really isn't.
I agree. Hopefully, like I said, they will give somebody younger a chance to, make it relevant. That's what Theory did. Theory was good with him and Bobby going back and forth. That was interesting. And like I said, it really helped to elevate Theory. Giving it back to him, I don't think elevates him anymore, but it would be better than Ray having it.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. Well, didn't get any emails addressed, so we're gonna go ahead and close this out. But if you're watching, whether you're watching live or you're watching, on video on demand, future reference, if you comment, there's always going to be a post before the post show. Comment the post. Matter of fact, let me check the email just in case. Real quick.
My dog is pissed off.
So comment, or you can shoot us an email, which I always put in the comment section. I put it on the page. No email. So if you want to come on the post show and just give your thoughts on the event that we just watched, we'll send you a link. Come on, you give your quick thoughts in 3 to 5 minutes, and we shout you out. But hopefully next time. In the meantime, between time, there'll be a new Trying to Laugh this week. There'll be a new reaction video as well, and more gaming. That's what I'm gonna say. More gaming. Finished the Mortal Kombat campaign, so now I want to get into kind of doing like some fatalities and stuff on there. There's a Resident Evil expansion that I want to get into for Resident Evil 4, but other than that, that's all I can think of as far as gaming, and that's what we got coming up. It's hot. It's October. It is Halloween month. If you have ideas for, I know we talked about Alien. Maybe we could do. We can most likely do an abbreviated Alien movie review, more like a quick discussion. But if you have horror movie that you can see we haven't done, let us know and we'll do a quick, we'll watch it and we'll do a quick, movie review on it.
Now, man, that Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, was that a viewer suggestion or was that just you?
Oh, that was me. I
Oh,
was
okay.
just kind of like, what else? Just kind of threw it on. That's not happening. That got turned off in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I won't waste
No
my
way.
time then.
No way. Absolutely not. I don't know who gave that shit the green light, but no.
I just wonder how they got the rights to do that from the Winnie the Pooh people.
I don't know.
But it's not like Winnie the Pooh
I
is
honestly
doing
thought it was a like a prank thing, like or a fan film, fan fiction, like people do stuff on YouTube all the time. They take
Oh
stuff
no,
and they
I knew
kind
it
of
was an
their
actual
own thing.
movie. No, I knew it was a real movie.
And no, it's a real like 90-minute movie. And I was wow, okay. So I figured, and it the way it's shot, it doesn't look cheap. So that's how they fake you in to keep watching. But then
So
if
it's like Eeyore and Piglet, Christopher Robin and shit, are they all in the movie?
Yes.
Oh damn. Now you got me curious.
That's what got me hooked for the first, that's like 10 minutes. I wasn't fine. It was more like 10 minutes. Because I was like, okay, this is shot well, but the acting is so bad. And the first kill took so long. Not like it took so long to get to it. Like the action of the first kill was like, why y'all taking so long? And then what really made me turn it off was they're getting ready to do this big kill and they cut away to the credits. And I'm just like, fuck this. I'm not doing this.
Cut away to the credits.
Yeah. So instead of giving you the kill that they set up, it cuts to the introducing credits. And you're just like, really?
Oh, so you didn't make it far at all.
No. But the intro is 10 minutes. So they introduce you to these two characters. You follow them. They find the creepy stuff. And one of them gets killed. And then the bigger kill is coming up. And they get to it. And they're creeping. And they're creeping. And they're creeping. And then it cuts and fades into the introductory credits.
Oh, well, they probably give you the kill later at some point.
Yeah.
But hey, look, man, I'll just well, look, I'm saying I'll trust you, but you know what? You actually got me curious to watch it, which I hate to say, because I always get in trouble when I watch those movies that I'm curious about. They look bad, but I'm curious about them anyway, and then I watch them and I'm like, yeah, that was as bad as I thought it was going to be. Don't know why I wasted my time. I'm afraid that's what this one will be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sad.
Is it on Peacock?
It's on Peacock.
Oh shit. Well, fuck. I'm paying for Peacock anyway. Might as well.
Yeah.
All I'm going to be doing is wasting time. So
that's what I said. I gave it a chance. That's the word. That's all you can do is give it a chance. If you don't like it, shit off.
Okay. All right.
Cut it off. All right. Well, hope you all have a great week. We'll speak to y'all again in a few days. Monday is Columbus Day. I'm off, so maybe we can do.
I think they're calling it Indigenous Peoples Day now.
Makes more sense. Yes. I don't subscribe to that idea. Obviously, I know my history, but
well, I've never understood how you can discover something. Like I can't. I can't travel to California and say, "Look what I discovered."
That's what I mean. But be more creative. Like, okay, we got Juneteenth. That was a kind of a layup because Juneteenth is already somewhat of a holiday.
Yeah, I don't like the name Juneteenth. a number should precede teenth, like 16th, 17th. A month shouldn't precede teenth, but that's just
Yeah.
me.
But yeah. And then it's my brother's birthday.
Yeah, true.
Well, whatever. All right. Enjoy
I'm
your
glad it's a holiday. I'm not saying that. It's just I've never understood the
it's
name.
the day
you
off
know,
from work.
Hey man, look, almost any holiday I'm cool with. Now I don't get this day off. I have to go in. I get it as a float, but I do have to work on that day.
That's the one perk about being a federal employee. Get all of them, all the federal holidays off. So that's how I look at it. It's a day off. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I refuse to teach my kids that some idiot looking for a different continent found this one. But hey, it is what it is. Take care, everybody. We love you. We appreciate your numbers going up, sitting at 468 right now, getting closer and closer
We're
to
creeping
500.
up to that
Drive to
5. We're gonna get there. We're creeping, but we're gonna get there.
Drive to 5. Thank you all. Have a great weekend. Let us know in the comments section if you thought of Fastlane. And of course, as always, love and peace. Take care.